Hey Aussie gamers, Lucas here with Lucas's Last 48, and I'm going to start off by talking about Skyrim, the remastered edition. I have played that within the last 48 hours, and what are my impressions, seeing as though I haven't played Skyrim before. I had played the intro. If you've played it before, the part where you're in the wagon, you go to the first town, you see the first little bit going on, heads chopped off, blah blah blah. I had played that before. This time I've played it for probably a good 2.5 to 3 hours, and I have to say I'm impressed. I really do enjoy playing Skyrim. Back when, 2011 when it first came out, I did try it. It was just not my kettle of fish. I wasn't interested, but I don't know, I guess in the last sort of 5 or 6 years, my gaming interests, or gaming taste buds as I like to refer to them as, have changed significantly, and I've been playing a lot more games that I once upon a time would not have even gone anywhere near. And Skyrim is one of them, and I'm enjoying it. I like the versatility, I like the variety of different paths that you can take your character down, and I've decided to take a dark elf down sneaking, thievery and archery. So I'm going to enjoy that one. I think I've got plenty more life out of that game to come yet. Now, moving on, what I wanted to also talk about is Battlefield 1. In the last episode of Lucas's Last 48, I made a mention that the campaign is about 5 hours long. Now, I want to reiterate that I have not completed the campaign. As I said in the last video, it's information that I got from a reputable source that the campaign is about 5 hours long. Now, Nathan Astbury has made a comment on that video saying that it took him about 10 hours to complete. Now, 5 hours is not generally how everybody is going to experience the game. I would imagine that a 5-hour playthrough is something where you're just going to go from point A to point B. You're not necessarily going to look for any collectibles or do anything other than just getting from point A to point B and finishing the mission. So whereas it is possible to complete the game in 5 hours, if you do rush through it like that, you probably are going to miss a lot of the experience. So there probably is a lot more in the game, in the single player campaign, than just a 5-hour campaign, but it's still quite short. If you can play it and get 10 to 15 hours out of it, then I'd be happy, but I'm just not sure for myself. So I'm not saying that this is the case, that it's a 5-hour gameplay for the single player campaign. I'm also just saying that I'm quite concerned that if it is, I don't want to waste my money on it. If you do like the multiplayer side of things, you're going to get plenty of money's worth out of this game, more than its dollar value. And let me just have a look, I've got it here. Somebody, it's on a different post there, but if you want to play it with your friends, you're going to get your money's worth. It's just not something that is viable for someone like me that won't play the multiplayer very much. I think that's about all I'm going to go through today on my last 48. I just want to apologise as well. This video is making it to the Facebook page extremely late. I have only just gotten home. I had enough time to have a shower and get out of my sweaty clothes and all that sort of stuff, and I put this video together before I go and pass out because I'm exhausted after a massive day. But anyway, look, I would appreciate your thoughts and comments on this video, and anything that you want to add, or even if you want to comment on something you want me to talk about or address in future episodes, please do. The podcast, it's podcast day today. It came out at about 4:30 a.m. this morning, so if you want to go and grab that. Also, there's a What's That Sound and a prize up for grabs and that, so go and listen to the podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, all that sort of stuff, and you can get all your up-to-date news and bits and pieces from Red's Recap, Lucas's Last 48, and the Facebook page, as well as www.aussiegamersexpress.com. Don't forget to check us out on Twitch. We're streaming a fair bit there as well. Aussie Gamers TV on that one. Oh, that's all. I'm going to bed. I'm stuffed. Catch ya.